Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. And today, appearing over my shoulder here, is the one, the only, Mr. Sean Coyle from BMC Workshop. Have I got that right, Sean?
Yes, I've just changed it, yeah.
Superb, superb. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good. So, should we jump straight in?
Yep, let's go for it.
Just double checking, you comfy?
Edinburgh.
Right. Right. Question number one. Let's just start. Obvious question. Why a classic mini?
I've always liked British Leyland products. I've had British Leyland classics and BMC classics all my life. You know, it's the only manufacturer that I've really had a classic car from. I've always liked
Okay.
the minis, you know. Italian job when I was a young lad that got me hooked on them, and ever since then I knew I had to have a mini. So that's
So,
why minis.
what an answer. What an answer. So, you've only owned British Leyland Classics then? That's
Yep, British
interesting.
Leyland, BMCs, Austins, Morrises, Leylands, you
Ah,
know.
superb. Superb. There we go. Question number two. Obviously, your channel is restoration and how-to videos.
Yeah.
What's the hardest job you've had to do in a minute, and then the hardest job you've had to do on a vehicle? Say.
Um, the hardest job so far that I've done on the Mini, and I've only just done it, is the trumpet, changing the front trumpet on the driver's side,
Ah, okay.
and the cone.
Yes.
That is an absolute bugger to do, with the engine and all that in. You know, I would have preferred to
Yeah.
have had the engine and subframe out to do it, piece of cake.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
everything's in situ, no.
Fair enough. And if non-mini related, what's the hardest job you've had to do?
Non-mini related, say that again?
Yeah, so what's the hardest job you've had to do non-mini related? So it can be any other vehicle.
Or any other vehicle?
Yeah.
There's that many. uh, changing the rear anti-roll bar bushes on a BMW R50, R53.
Ah,
There's,
okay.
again, there's no room, and the nuts all rust up, so
Yeah.
that
Ah,
could be a
fair
sore
enough.
one.
Fair enough. Now, again, because obviously, following on from that question, you do restore parts and you do obviously purchase new parts. I asked Keith this question as well. What makes you either restore a part or think, no, I'm going to buy new? Where's the line really? I think is the question.
The line for restoring parts and buying new is when it comes to safety. Um,
Yeah.
just recently, I've changed the brake master cylinder and all the hydraulics on the Black Mini 30. You know,
Yes.
the wheel cylinders. I've overhauled the front calipers,
Yeah.
but everything else is split new. When it comes to safety, I think you really do need to purchase new. You know.
I think you're right. I think that is a very very fair point.
Yeah.
You know, the problem is that, you know, people like me and other people, you know, they're putting families or people they care about certainly in these vehicles, and the last thing you'd want to do is
Yeah.
something that you've done right and it's not right. Wheel cylinders and things like that. They're serviceable items anyway, so they should be. I think they should be new quite
And they're
often.
cheap.
So yeah,
You know, they're
exactly.
cheap as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. No, that's fair enough. So let's go on to the next question. Dream three-car garage.
Now, I've been thinking about this for weeks, and if I'm brutally honest with you, I hate cars. You know, I don't like them. I'm being serious. You know, especially when they're broken.
Oh God, yeah, yeah,
Supercars don't like my candle at all.
yeah, yeah.
So my free dream car garage, it would probably be a Mini, obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe a Cooper S, you know, one of the Italian job ones.
Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah.
Then I'd maybe go into TV cars. The Dutzy
Okay.
Hazard, the Dodge Charger. You know,
Fair enough.
the orange Charger.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You know, and maybe the 18 van, so I can move all my mini parts about it.
What an idea! I love that.
You know?
I love that. That's a perfect dream car garage. I agree with you though. I hate cars. I just don't like paying people to do work that I think I can do myself. So
Yeah, I'm the same, and I don't see the point of having supercars, you know, or enjoying or liking or dreaming to have supercars, you know, because the average man, you know, like us, we're never going to own a supercar.
No,
And
no.
all the cars that I've ever had in the past, or well, collectors' cars, you know, like classic cars, they've all been bread and butter cars, you know, like your Marinas, your Austin Cambridges, your Oxfords, and what have you.
I think they also remind you of a certain time as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I always, whenever someone who knows me, who meets me, you know, new for the first time, or after a bit, they find out I've got a classic Mini or anything like that. Someone always knows a story about a classic Mini.
Definitely.
It's all, you know what I mean? Someone will, oh, my dad had one, or my nan had one, or yeah, my mate had one, and we were doing, you know, we were jumping over things, and everybody has a story about the everyman car, and I like that. Yeah. I'm a fan of that.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that's perfect answer. So let's get into this one. We've always done it. You're not allowed to say wheels. So you've bought a classic Mini, needs no rush repair. What's your first modification?
First mod.
It can be a comfort mod. It can be a performance mod. What to you is important to get onto a Mini?
Well, Angus, my red Mini, that I'm currently restoring. The first modification that I done to that was fits remote central locking.
Yes. That is what an answer. Yeah.
And the reason for that was that these locks, they tend to freeze up in the winter and what have you. And I was using Angus every day for years, you know, summer, winter, the lot, you name it. And the remote central locking, it was a good little gimmick as well, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
And,
it's cheap. It's easy to fit. No, I like that. My first Nova didn't have central locking. It was just individual locks, and again I fitted central locking, and I didn't look back. So no, what an answer. Perfect. I'm glad. So like I said, I know I stopped you from saying wheels, but I'm glad you didn't say wheels. A question. I don't know this about you. Do you have any other hobbies other than fixing cars that you don't like?
Other hobbies. I used to have another hobby. It wasn't fixing cars though.
All right.
It was fixing buses.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I did know that about you. Yes. So
I used to help the guys out over at the bus museum in Fife in Scotland.
Oh, you know? Superb! Yeah.
And what have you? I used to own a bus as well, believe it or not, which was a Leyland.
You're joking.
No, it was a double decker.
Wow, what year?
It was 1976. It was a P-Reg. Yeah, 76.
Wow.
And it nearly cost me my marriage before I got married. You know? Yeah.
It's
quite funny. It was quite funny because just before I got married, because I went through a spell of buying loads and loads of cars. You know, I'd have a different car every week. You know, whether it be an old Morris Minor or an Oxford or a Cambridge or whatever. You know, every other week I'd turn up with a car. And just before I got married, my wife, who I'm married to now, she says, "Buy another car. That's it. We're not getting married." You know.
So the man bought a bus.
Yeah. So that got me thinking. I thought, well, if I buy another car, she's not going to marry me, so I'll buy a bus. So the company I actually work for now, I used to work with them 20 years ago, and I passed my test in the bus that I bought. You know, I seen that it was parked up the back of a garage or one of the garages, and it was VOR'd, you know, vehicle off road.
Yeah.
So I phoned the engineering director up at the bus company and asked him if it was for sale, you know, and he started laughing and he said, "Make me an offer." So I made him an offer on the bus. Lo and behold, he accepted it, you know. And I was back on the tools at the time, you know. I was a stonemason. So I was back on the tools at the time, and the engineering director phoned the house. You know, he phoned the wife It
Yeah.
says, when's Sean coming in to collect his bus?
Ah.
And Michelle turned around and says, it doesn't work for you anymore, you know.
Mhm.
You've got the right number. And he went, yeah, I know he doesn't work for us anymore, he's just bought a bus. And that was
Oh,
it, she exploded.
I
So
bet.
obviously when I got home that night, you know, she's roaring and greeting in the house, you know,
Mhm.
and saying what I had done was bad and all that. And my simple straight answer to her was, look Michelle, you never said anything about buying buses.
There you
You
go.
know, he just says not to buy another car.
There you go. If there's
You
one
know,
thing we can do, we can interpret things that women say. We are very good at this, man.
correct.
We can find a loophole. We're good at that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair enough. What an
And
answer. I love
and
that.
since then, I've probably bought about another 20 cars.
You're
And
married now. You're married now. You're
I've been
married.
married 17 years.
Well, there you go, mate. You're married now, so you know she'll have to divorce you. So there you go. So, right, let's do some YouTube questions. Again, the question that I probably ask most of the time is, what actually made you start a YouTube channel?
Cars, believe it or not. And this is my third YouTube channel. I've still got 2 channels on the go.
Oh, okay.
But they're archived. The other 2 are archived now.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the Morris Marina Club in Scotland at the time.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube was still fairly new at the time.
Yes.
And how old it was then when I first started YouTube, I'm going back 2006 maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was about
Yeah.
2006 I started my YouTube. 2006,
Wow.
2007. And at the time, you could only upload 15-minute videos.
Ah, okay, okay.
So all the videos that I made, I had to make them 14 minutes and 59 seconds.
And then
You
like
know?
part 2 and part 3.
Yeah, yeah. And then it took about a week to upload.
Yes,
You
of
know?
course. Of course.
So that was what made me start a YouTube channel. It was for the guys, you know, because
Yeah.
forums were in their prime at that time as well. You never had
Yeah.
Facebook and
No.
Messenger and all that, you know,
We've
or
been,
Instagram.
there's been a discussion recently in one of the WhatsApp groups that I'm in, talking about forums, and you know they were such a good resource. They were so good.
They
You
still
know,
are. They still are if you go
Yeah.
searching for something, you know.
They are. I mean, for the Fiesta, we've turned to a lot of the forums, and you're looking at information back from, like you say, 2006, 2007, or
Yeah.
you know, older than that. I mean, my Fiesta's a 2000 plate. So you know, I'm looking at information from back then,
Yeah.
and the good thing is it's archived, which you can find it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, they were a fantastic resource for information. So
Oh, they certainly were.
yeah,
I mean, Facebook's taken over the forum scene
it
now,
has,
you know,
it has.
which is, it's good and it's bad. The good part, it's instant, you know.
Yes, but the bad
The
part's
bad part-
instant.
The bad part's trying to find older stuff on the group
Yes,
that people
yeah,
might
the
have been talking about.
Yeah, the search isn't very good on Facebook for that, I found.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, the same question does pop up a lot, especially in some of the places I'm in. So, no, I like that answer for starting a YouTube channel. Still staying on the YouTube stuff. Can you name a few of your favourite channels? Can be mini, can be anything really. What's a couple of your favourite channels?
My favourite YouTube channels, obviously you guys, yourself, Davey,
Thank you.
you know, Keith Miller,
Yeah,
Matt Green, all the mini channels. I enjoy watching all them, you know.
Yeah.
And non-YouTube channels, or non-car channels.
yeah.
I like, there's a guy called Simon Dan. I don't know if you've ever watched him.
Simon Dan. No, I don't think I have.
He rips the proverbial out of all the flat earthers.
Ah, perfect. I like that.
Because I like astronomy as well, you know, and
Yeah.
anything that's up in the sky, you know.
Yeah,
I liked Simon Dan because he's just funny the way he does it, and he's a very intelligent guy as well, you know.
yeah. Yeah.
And really, that's probably it, you know.
Fair enough. I don't want. I mean, people say to me, "How do you find the time to watch these YouTube channels?" I say, "I don't watch telly because it's crap." So I
I
just
don't watch telly either.
No,
you know.
no.
I done away with my Sky, my Virgin, and
Yeah.
all that
We-
razzmatazz years ago.
I've still got all that for obviously the kids and stuff. They love the on-demand things on it and stuff like that. And and it makes my TV pretty smart, to be fair. So I don't mind the Sky, but I don't watch it that much. I'd rather watch something that entertains me rather than
Yeah,
a
yeah,
TV schedule telling me
yeah.
what I should watch. So
Well, when I had Sky and Virgin, I used to watch a lot of Discovery. You know, the Discovery
yes,
channels.
again,
I'd have
yeah,
that on constantly.
yeah,
And
yeah,
over the last few years, from what I've seen on the Discovery Channel and the Natural Geo and all that, is the quality's not been that good.
it's
So
not
what
been
I'm
that
doing
good.
now is watching the older stuff on,
Yeah,
on Catch Up and
yes,
Raspberry Pi and or Kodi or
yes.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. A lot of it's repeated as well. A lot of it's just repeats. You know, you can think you're going to watch something really entertaining, and you're not. It's the same thing that you watched a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's perfect. Now, just moving away from YouTube for a second. I know that all your cars have names. So a question is, what makes you choose a certain name for different cars? Or what what's a I don't know how to describe it. What makes you pick a certain name for a car?
Um,
How do you go about it?
Not all my classic cars have had names.
Ah, okay,
The only classic cars that have had names were the Minis and one of my Marinas.
okay,
And what makes me pick a name? Angus, I couldn't think of a name for him when I first got him.
okay,
His original name that his owners, well the owners before me, called him Betsy,
right.
you know.
So since he's been in your
Yeah,
in your
and
possession,
I
is that
thought,
is that a sex change?
yeah, he's had a sex change, he's grew up here. Um, and I eventually called him Angus,
Fair
Aberdeen
enough.
Angus. Although he's not from Aberdeen, I think that's from Birmingham, that car.
Is it?
And the second one, Annie. I'm the second owner on the Annie. Annie's a Mini
Yes.
30, if
Yes.
anybody doesn't follow me.
Yeah.
And when I purchased Annie, well, Annie found me. The car actually found me. I didn't go
Yes.
looking for it.
Mhm.
It was the guys at work where I work now in the bus company. They obviously know me from old, and they knew that I was into my minis and all this
Yeah.
rubbish, And they kept going on about this black mini, how it was a special edition, And the owner was looking for a good home for it,
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought, right, okay, special edition, black. I said, what year is it? And they went, oh, it's a T-Reg.
Yeah.
And I'm racking my brains, I'm saying, T-Reg? I can't remember any minis that were special editions on that plate,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, this went on for months, and I was not interested at all.
No.
And then one of the guys pointed the member of staff out, and this member of staff only worked 2 days a week,
Yeah.
So I missed her for months, due to the shift patterns and what have you. And then when I seen her, I says, Annie, I says, you've got a Mini for sale, I believe. Oh yes, I've got photographs, and she showed me the pictures, and I seen that it was a Mini 30, which wasn't a T-Reg, it should be
No.
a G-Reg, but it had a
Yeah.
private plate, BMC
Yes.
3T. And as soon
Yes.
as I seen the registration plate, and the black Mini 30, I thought, I'm having that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I remember you telling us you were buying that, and I was,
Yeah.
that's a superb find.
Yeah. So I asked her what she wanted for it. She gave me a price. I didn't haggle with her. I said,
Yeah.
right, not a problem. And we done the deal, And it actually took me
Perfect.
about 2 months to pick the car up. And we done the deal. And when I done the deal with her, I asked her if the car had a name. And she says, oh no, I've never given it a name,
Mhm.
So I called it Annie after the original
yeah.
owner.
Perfect.
You know.
Perfect. Again, like I said, it's one of them things. I've named cars in the past, and I've got personal names for the for the Mini. I've got personal names for the Mini I've got at the moment. Usually, it's things that I can't say on YouTube because it's annoying me. But
I've had cars with their names as well.
yeah. So no, perfect answer. I knew the reason for Annie. I just wasn't sure on the reason for Angus. But yeah, perfect.
And that's actually the one of the reasons why I've changed the name of the channel to BMC. It doesn't stand
Yes.
for BMC, the motor cars.
No.
It's something motor car.
Ah, okay.
It's like a bar steward.
Yes. I understood that. Yeah, I can't.
We can't say the real name either.
No, no, we can't. We can't. We're not I'm not monetized, but yeah, I don't think YouTube will be happy about it. But no, like I say, I love the new name for the channel. I think it is
Thank
better
you.
than I know a lot of people are they're sort of like changing it a bit. And I completely understand that. I know Dave's gone down that route. I know a
Yeah, well,
couple.
actually, Dave and I have been chatting about this for about a year, maybe
Mm,
more,
mm,
about renaming our channels, and we
mm,
could never come up with an idea, you
yeah,
know. Dave came up with an idea for his channel, and then I came up with Classic Car Cave, you know,
love that.
because that's
Yeah,
effectively what his garage is, or his
yeah,
workshop is.
yeah,
It's like a massive cave, you
yeah.
know. And he liked that idea, and boom, he went
No,
for it.
again, you know, Keith Miller did it. I know that Rich did it. And like I say, sometimes it's just where the channel takes you into. It's just what content
Yeah.
produces for you. So that's perfect. So I think we'll find the last question I want to ask you is what I follow with everybody. What can we expect on the old YouTubes coming up there?
Well, there's still a few more videos for Annie to
Yes.
come out. We're
Hmm.
about a month behind at the moment. We've got loads of stuff on the computer. It's just trying to get time to edit them all.
Of course. Of
And
course.
once Annie's done, we're going to move over to Angus because he's desperately
Yeah.
needing done. You know, he's
Not
screaming
not
out for
Not
work.
only is he desperate, we're desperate to see him as well, mate. We really are. I know. Did
Yeah.
you? I think you. Are you doing the floor again? I think I remember you saying.
No,
Right.
that was just me being silly. You know,
I thought that.
I couldn't get the bins to fit right in the car. You know, the
Right.
passenger side and the driver's side rear
Hmm.
compartment bins. I couldn't get them to fit right. You know,
Yeah.
and I spat the dummy for nearly a year. You know,
Yeah.
and I was just sitting thinking, you know, uh, the floor went back in the exact same position it came out, and I was convinced that the floor was wrong. You know, and
Okay.
the angles were wrong and it was off. You know,
Mhm.
and then it dawned on me, you know, if you just squeezed the bins a little bit, they would pop
Yeah.
into shape because they are under a bit of tension there,
Of course. Yes. Of course.
you
Of
know.
course.
And that it just went over my head, you know, because when you're thinking of that much stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, in the car, you know,
Yeah.
you just don't realise it. But they're all fitting now, and I just need to weld them in. They're actually screwed in at the moment.
Perfect, perfect. Well, you're right about overthinking it, and and people who watch my channel will know that rear valance for me is it's I sit as I'm at work, I'm thinking about it. That's how much
Yeah,
it's getting on me, you know. I know the salute. Peppery's just like, just do this, and I'm like, yeah, I could, and then
yeah,
something else goes off on a tangent. So it's just one of them things. Sometimes you certainly do have to walk away. Car restoration, I would say
definitely.
that to anybody. You know, I mean, people like me and Paul P. I don't know. I think you do, but me and Paul P. We don't drink cups of tea, so sometimes it's a bit hard for us to walk away. But yeah, I think certainly a fresh mind is much needed on car restoration sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I took a break for a while
Mm,
on the cars, you know, because I
yeah,
just work was really getting in the road at the time, you know, because
yeah,
the job that I was in then,
yeah,
you know, it was long days, you know.
yeah.
I mean, I was coming home at night, I was totally knackered. So,
Well, if that's it.
um,
Does it to you? Does it? That's it. To play with cars, we need to work. It's as simple as that. You know, we're not.
yeah,
You know. Well, I don't know if you know this, but I think I've said it before. There was you, Minimat TV, and for the life of me, I can't remember. It might have been Dale. I think it is Dale. DB Mini.
hmm,
You three were the reason I started a YouTube channel.
really,
Yeah, I watched yours, and I was like, "Oh, I could do that.
yeah. See, I get a lot
And
of comments from people on my channel, you know, private
yeah,
messages and what have
yeah,
you, thanking me
yeah.
for the channel because it's inspired them to start a channel,
I think I
you know.
think I think so. I think me and DB spoke about this. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels. Some a lot of car related, not some not so mini related. But I'm subscribed to them for the person that's actually doing the work, not all the time for the actual superb work. I'm subscribed because I enjoy the person, and I
Yeah,
certainly think
likewise.
yeah, and I think that comes across certainly in your videos, and I enjoy watching them, Sean. So
Yeah,
Just wanted to put
maybe
that out
that's
there.
because I don't have a personality, but yeah, I know what you mean, mate. You know, I must admit, I mean, the community that we've got just now, you know, all of us, like DB,
Yeah.
Keith, Minnie,
Yeah.
Matt
Yeah.
Green, yourself, you know, and
Yeah.
all these other guys, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, we do have a really good community. I must say, you know.
I
We
think
really
so.
do.
I think so. I mean, there's a YouTuber just started called Neil Wallace. I believe that you know.
Yes, yeah, I've
And
spoke to Neil at great length, and
I
we've
have.
actually been talking about you.
Oh dear. I don't know if that's too good. But no, again, Neil, I've only known Neil from being one of my subscribers and then him starting up his own YouTube channel. But again, he sent me a message the other day. I don't think you mind me saying this, just thanking me, yourself, DB,
Yeah.
just purely for the community being so welcoming. And I was just like, listen, we're all just idiots in garages and sheds, so why
That's it.
not? You
That's
know,
it.
and
Yeah.
sometimes I just think, you know, and like you said, the community, I didn't realise it existed before I did this. So
Oh,
it was,
likewise.
yeah. So it's a strange concept where when people aren't part of it, but once they become part of it, I think they understand, and I think that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, Neil seems a lovely guy. I mean, I was speaking to him at
Yeah,
great length last night, actually.
yeah.
You know, and I spoke to, I mentioned it to Dave a few days ago, Dave
Yeah.
Jaguar,
He shouted him out,
about
didn't he?
about Neil, to give him a shout out, because I
Yeah.
mean, if I was to give Neil a shout out now, it wouldn't appear on the channel until blooming July or something. You know. So I asked Dave if he could give Neil a bit of a shout, you know, just to
Yeah.
start pushing viewers his way, because a lot of people don't catch up with these channels that are starting, you know. So
That's
I
the
think
thing.
we need to help each other out
I
and
agree.
promote each other, you know. I mean,
I agree.
we're all doing the same thing, you know. It's not a competition, so I
No,
think
it's
good
not.
to share. Good to share.
I think so.
With everybody.
Listen, Sean. My camera record is saying 27 minutes. This isn't a 10 minute-ish video anymore, so
No.
I think we'll have to stop there. But thank you so much for being on the channel.
Thank
But
you. Thanks for having me,
really,
Alex.
oh, not a problem. But as I thought it would be. My cheeks are hurting from laughing. It's been an absolute
Thank you.
joy. Thank you so much,
Okay,
Sean.
Alex.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.